Hey Mustang boy, what are you doing? Oh hey Camaro man. I'm just cleaning up the car, nothing crazy. Oh, okay. Well look, I'm a little bit tight on money. Is there any way you might could give me a couple of dollars? Need a little bit of cash. Alright. I'm about done wiping this down. Why don't you wipe the other Mustang down? Do what now? You mean the T-top car you had? I thought you sold that. I sold the T-top car. You mean the white convertible? Yeah, I sold the white convertible car. But no, I got another Mustang. Lord have mercy. So where's it at? Is it in here? You want me to wipe down the car in there? Okay. I reckon I'll do it. Oh my goodness. What is this? Lord. Alrighty. Yep, shenanigans, folks. I've been known for them on this channel. That's what it's all about, having fun, praising God, enjoying cars, enjoying life. That's what we're doing. As many of you know, that if you're new to the channel, the Saleen word might have, Saleen, excuse me, I got to learn how to say it right. I'm from the South. I'm deep South, y'all. I've always said Saleen, but I know it's Saleen. Anyway, if that tagged you here, welcome. That's my newly acquired 03 SC car, supercharged car. But this is my Fox body. I've had this 32 years. You know, back when these things were running the streets, 80s and 90s, I was in town one night and I didn't have that one yet, but I have my old 68 Mustang, and this four-eyed Mustang pulled into town with ground effects on it. I said, where'd you get those ground effects? Never seen ground effects on a four-eyed car. You know, 87, they started the ground effects. So we went in there and talked. We were like, hey man, where'd you get these ground effects? Because I'm fixing to get a car same year, and I would like to do that. He said, oh, this is a Saleen. I'm like, what is that? And then he got to tell me about the history of Saleen Automotive, and Steve Saleen had just started up. That was probably 1989, so that car was about 2 or 3 years old whenever I got to ride in it. But he let me ride in it, and I was in love. I mean, it just felt good. You know, suspension upgrades, all that stuff. But that got me in love with Saleens, and my goal was to have one by the time I was 30. Didn't happen. I wanted one by the time I was 40. Didn't happen. Wanted one by the time I was 50. Didn't happen. But I'm a year later. Here we are. Some of you that watch my channel will probably know this car. This was Stuart Earp's car. He helped out with Mustang Week a lot down in Myrtle Beach. But the bugs love the car. They'll crawl all over it. But this is number 81. 2003 supercharged car. One of 3 yellow hard tops with a supercharger. There's 13, we think, give or take, yellow hard tops, but only 3 have the supercharger. And this is one of them. If you don't know Saleen's history, you can go look up their history. He started 84, built a couple 385 cars, 384 cars, and then, you know, 100, 200, but they're really low number cars, and they just always look good to me. I was in love with the Fox body ones, but Generation X done snatched them up. Them and the Boomers have snatched up that car. All the Fox bodies are really high, a little bit above the budget I want to pay. So, you know, I started looking at what's the next best car that's going to go up in value, because it can be an investment if I decide to sell it one day, or I need to sell it one day. You know, it's an investment. Some people say you can't invest in cars, but I've made money on 2 cars so far that I've sold, so, you know, can't complain. But yeah, this is a zinc yellow, same as that one. That one's got a little bit more yellow in it because it's got the yellow, the gold pearl flakes, the yellow and gold pearl flakes in it. So this one, they're the same base color. This car, like I say, is a low number. They only made 400 or 402 of these cars. It has some nice slight modifications. We got the door trim in yellow, the supercharged. Not sure if that's factory or not. Maybe Stu can tell me about that, but it's a 5-speed car. Most of your Saleens are, unless you order them with an automatic. Got the boost gauges and all up in the middle. You know, this is considered the new edge, a 99 to 04 car, and it's got some power. The old Yeller over there, we've done some head work, free flow exhaust, there's no cats, you know, 220, about 220. This one is hitting about 440 because this is not factory. This has had a tune done on it, and that's why the power pipe, and we've got the intake down in here. You know, the air comes in through the fender behind the little grates on the front, and they put about 70 more horsepower on it. So this one's hitting about 440 right at the crank, about 375 on the wheels is what it's dynoed at. So yeah, it is a very nice car. I have known this car for years. I'm gonna throw a little clip of me slobbering over this car at Mustang Week a couple years ago, probably 5 years ago, maybe. I don't know. I'll put it right here in this little clip. I'll tag it in the bottom. I told him I promised I wouldn't drool on this car, so I'm not gonna drool today. I'm gonna stay back. That way, if I drool, it'll hit the floor if I do drool. Yeah. Always wanted this car. I mean, I've always wanted, I said I wanted a yellow. If I couldn't get a Fox body Saleen, I wanted a new Edge, and yellow would be preferable. And I bid on a couple of them on eBay, just didn't hit the bids right. I lowballed a guy on one and gave him a really low price, and he totally ignored me. You know, his loss, I was willing to pay probably market value on that car. But I just happened to run across Stu at Mustang Week 2024. Like, hey man, when you gonna sell me this car? You know, what's your price? Give me the price today. And he just looked at me, and I was like, you ain't serious. I thought he was messing with me, but he was, I guess he weren't looking to sell, but he likes me, I guess. And I thank you, Stuart, for that. So I've got my bucket list car. I told my wife it's hers, and honestly, she goes with that. She likes that theory too. It is clean. I mean, Stuart is a detailer, so Earp's detailing. He's over near, I guess, Yadkinville. He's near Yadkinville and Wilkesboro, out that way. He's not far from the racetrack, so if you're in that area, you want a good detailer. Ceramic coating. This car's got, I think it's had 4 layers of ceramic coat. The windows, I washed it this morning for the first time because we drove it back home about 250 miles and got a lot of road grime on it, and the water just run right off. It was awesome. But yeah, he is a excellent deep cleaner. I mean, door hinges, jams, everything clean. You know, I could still wipe a little bit if I wanted to, but I've been cleaning. Everything is clean. Got the Saleen Owner's Handbook, car cover. I got a cup with the number of the car on it. Just some really cool stuff he threw in. And then we've got the info sheet. Some pictures of it from Mustang Week. There's a certificate of authenticity for this one. And then here's a window sticker. Tells you everything they did from a GT. Here's your GT. This is Saleen components, and they add, you know, all the ground effects. The rear end they swap out and do some extra spoiler. They swap the whole front clip off. And the supercharger, the hoods are different. I've had Steve Saleen has signed it right here. You got your buck tag telling you year number, and so this is 03-81 is what this car will be known as to all the pros, I guess. There is a dash plaque right there also with the same number. There's where Steve Saleen signed it, and then he wrote power in the hands of a few. So these are 2 separate days that he's seen this car a few times. He knows Stu. There's Molly, Saleen's daughter, Liz, his wife. And yeah, like I said, it's just a slightly modded, nicely modded Mustang, and I knew the car, I knew the guy, and I knew you know, it just, everything lined up. What I was willing to pay for one and what he was willing to sell it for kind of lined up, and here it is. And I'm so happy. I've saved a lot of money and a lot of time. I've eat ramen noodles and stuff like that saving up for one of these, and it hit. And literally I haven't eaten ramen noodles. I don't really like them. But yeah, this is it. Man, it sounds so good. It's got Bassani exhaust, Bilstein shocks, Brembo brakes, a little bit of rust starting to show on there where I just washed the brakes. I just washed the car. The brakes got a little bit of haze on them, but I'm happy, y'all. I'm very, very happy. My wife is happy. I let her drive the first 50 miles of it. I drove it to the gas station. She drove it the next 50 miles while we were on vacation going somewhere else, and we just happened to be swinging up near his house, so that was our chance to pick it up. And it is it's a blast to drive. It's got some oomph. 2 times more oomph than that one. I mean, that one feels good, you know. There's about 320 pounds of torque in that. There's about probably 450 torque in this. So this is, it is really nice. I mean, I like this. This is a nice little aftertouch. Very nice right there. And give a shout out to Mike Clay too. I don't know if he watches my channel or not, but he's a Fox body guy and all, and this Retro Stings. He started up the Retro Stings thing, and good people. I am very pleased that I have it. I will take care of it. It is my baby. I cleaned out the shop. We're gonna do a little bit more cleaning. I can get 2 cars in there, and then we're gonna close in the other part of the shop and it'll be, I got to pour a pad and do some stuff, get ready for all that. But yeah, that's it. Hope you like the new car. I sure do. I hope to get it out to some shows. Maybe me and the wife can roll in one behind the other, and they're not twins, because this one is what, 17 years younger than that one, which is crazy to think that I'm old enough to own an antique car that doesn't look like an antique car. That just looks like a classic car, and this does not even look like a classic, but this car is now 21 years old. So we're getting old, folks. All you that watch my channel, Gen Xers, we're slowly getting there, but having fun while we're doing it. Well, stay tuned for some extra footage. Chevelle Guy, I kept it quiet on Chevelle Guy because he is a car guy. He don't mind a Ford. He don't own one, but he likes all of them. He's got a couple Dodges, some Chevys, and I'm trying to talk him into getting a Fox. But if you want to watch some extra footage, he's just me pulling up there, and I told him that I was coming up on the car, that I had changed the yellow car up a little bit and want to know what he thought. So we were out there in his yard revving until he came out, and he says, I knew that sound was not the same. The old Flowmasters do not sound like the Bassani. This has got a little bit deeper growl to it. Sounds really good. And I just appreciate everybody who watches the channel. God bless you all. If you don't know Jesus, get to know Jesus. Figure out who he was, what he did for you. Peace. And we're gonna see how 66 Chevelle Guy thinks about my new Ford. He has no clue that I've got the car. Told him that I had done some modifications to the yellow Mustang. So we'll see how what he sees whenever he how his face looks whenever he comes out the door. Rev it. Alright, you can cut it off. There's a spider web right near my car. Puppy. Let's see what he thinks.
Praise the Lord. Look at his face.
What is this?
I've reskinned the Fox body.
What is this?
It's my car and our car and his dream.
It's her car.
What is this?
It's a Saleen this weekend.
2 days ago.
Thank you. Hold on. Thank you, Willie. I love you, man. Thank you for the
hugs.
car.
Hugs. No, it's my wife's car. It's not mine or your car. This is her car.
Wait, you're seriously giving me this?
Nope.
I mean, I knew we were good
Nope.
friends.
No. You're not
Gosh.
getting this car. Forgive the bugs. It's got 300 miles of bugs on it.